So today we're going to throw Twins fans a bone, and we'll cover what's probably their best trade of the 21st century. They're still benefiting from it 20 years later, and it involves one of the more controversial players in recent memory. This is the AJ Pierzynski trade tree. AJ Pierzynski was one of the better young catchers in baseball in 2003. He was an All-Star in 2002, his second full MLB season, and in 2003 he had 11 home runs and put up a 115 OPS+. With top prospect and future Hall of Famer Joe Mauer ready for the majors, the Twins decided to trade the 27-year-old Pierzynski to clear the way for Mauer. On the other hand, the Giants needed a catcher. Their 2003 starter at catcher, Benito Santiago, was leaving in free agency, so they made a deal with the Twins to acquire Pierzynski. So here's the trade. The Giants got AJ Pierzynski, and the Twins received relief pitcher Joe Nathan and starting pitchers Boof Bonser and Francisco Liriano. So how'd Pierzynski do on his new team? Well, he had a down year at bat in 2004. His 86 OPS plus and .3 WAR were his worst in a full season, and he hit into an MLB worst 27 double plays. He was also bad behind the plate, throwing out just 15% of base stealers and allowing 9 passed balls. And maybe most notably, he didn't get along with anybody in San Francisco. Rather than settling on a contract before the season, Pierzynski took the Giants to arbitration, and he won, which upset the general manager Brian Sabean. During spring training, he reportedly kneed trainer Stan Conti in the groin after taking a ball there himself. By the end of April, reports started coming out that the pitching staff wanted Pierzynski gone. He was accused of giving his team signs to opponents and bad-mouthing Giants pitchers to opposing batters. And he was reportedly uninterested in going over opposing batters and game planning with the team's pitchers. Pierzynski somehow managed to survive on the roster for the whole year, but after the season, he was placed on waivers and released. For the rest of his career, every time Pierzynski returned as a visiting player, Giants fans booed him viciously. He's now known as one of the most hated Giants players of all time. And now on the Minnesota side, Nathan was coming off a solid first full year in the majors, but he upped his game in 2004. He won the job of Twins' primary closer in camp, and the choice paid off. Nathan recorded 44 saves in his first All-Star nod. He finished 4th in Cy Young voting and received MVP votes. Nathan remained elite for another 5 seasons, saving 36 or more games each year, making 3 more All-Star games, finishing 5th in Cy Young voting in 2006, and winning AL Relief Man of the Year in 2009. He missed the 2010 season recovering from Tommy John surgery, and when he returned in 2011, he just wasn't the same. He put up his only sub-replacement season for the Twins. After the season, with Nathan already 36, the Twins declined his team option for 2012, and he left in free agency. He remains the Twins' all-time leader in saves, and he was inducted into the team's Hall of Fame after he retired. He unfortunately fell off the Baseball Hall of Fame ballot after just 1 year, but he's widely considered one of the greatest closers of the 21st century. Across 460 appearances for Minnesota, Nathan recorded 260 saves, put up a 2.04 ERA+, and was worth 18.4 WAR. Bonser reached the majors with the Twins in May of 2006, and he spent most of the year in the rotation, and he had a very solid rookie year with a 7-6 record and a 1.06 ERA+ in 18 starts. He was named the AL Rookie of the Month in September and even made a playoff start, going 6 innings and a no decision as the Twins lost to Oakland. Bonser entered 2007 as the Twins' number 2 starter, and despite a hot start, he struggled. He finished the year with an 8-12 record and an 84 ERA+. Following a rough start to 2008, Bonser was moved to the bullpen, and he wasn't really good there either. He missed all of 2009 recovering from a shoulder surgery, and then he was traded after the season. In nearly 400 innings with Minnesota, Bonser had an 18-25 record, an 84 ERA+, and -.2 WAR. Bonser was sent to the Red Sox for a player to be named later. Boston sent pitching prospect Chris Province. Province spent 2010 in the minors for the Twins and then retired from baseball before the 2011 season. Francisco Liriano reached the majors in September of 2005, and he made a couple of appearances for the Twins. He started 2006 in the bullpen, but in May he was moved to the rotation, and he had a great rookie season. He was named the AL Rookie of the Month in both June and July, and he made the All-Star game. He wound up missing August and most of September with elbow issues, but he still finished 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting. Unfortunately, the elbow issues meant Liriano needed Tommy John surgery, and he missed the 2007 season. Liriano returned in 2008, and he had a rough first few starts, so the Twins sent him to AAA. He returned in August, and he was much improved, finishing the year with a 1.08 ERA+ in 76 innings. 2009 was a rough year, but Liriano did manage to finally stay fully healthy for the whole year. In 2010, he started out the season great. He won AL Pitcher of the Month for April. Despite a couple rough stretches in May and September, Liriano finished the season with a 14-10 record, a 1.12 ERA+, and received Cy Young votes for the first time. In 2011, Liriano had a weird season. He had stretches where he was awful, with an ERA over 9 in April, but in May he threw a no-hitter, and he had some really strong starts over the summer. Following a terrible start in 2012 that included a short stint in the bullpen, Liriano was traded at the deadline in July. Across nearly 800 innings for the Twins, Liriano had a 97 ERA+ and 9.3 WAR. At the 2012 deadline, Liriano was traded to the White Sox for pitcher Pedro Hernandez and infielder Eduardo Escobar. Hernandez finished the season in the minors and then joined the Twins' rotation in 2013. and he was bad. He put up a 60 ERA plus and minus .7 WAR in 56 and 2/3 innings, and he left as a free agent after the season. Escobar played a handful of games down the stretch for Minnesota and then split 2013 between the minors and the majors. In 2014, he made the Twins for good and spent the next few years as the team's primary shortstop, though he did get playing time across the infield and in the outfield, and he was generally a league average bat.
In 2017, Escobar shifted to third base and stayed mostly there for the next year and a half. He had a great year in 2017, setting career highs with 21 home runs and 73 RBI, and he was even better in 2018, putting up a career-best 128 OPS plus through 97 games. At the trade deadline in 2018, with Escobar approaching free agency, the Twins traded him. He finished his time in Minnesota with a 97 OPS plus and 5.7 WAR.
At the 2018 deadline, Escobar was traded to the Diamondbacks for outfield prospects Gabriel Maciel and Ernie De La Trinidad, and pitching prospect Yohan Duran. Maciel and De La Trinidad have both left the Twins without making the major leagues. Between the 2021 and 2022 seasons, Maciel was claimed off waivers by Oakland and De La Trinidad was released. Duran made the team out of camp and debuted for the Twins in 2022, and he was a great part of their bullpen with a 2.10 ERA plus and a whip under 1. He turned heads across the league and made highlight reels with his triple-digit fastball. Duran became the Twins' primary closer in 2023, and he had another great year with 27 saves and 12 strikeouts per 9. He's put up 4.7 WAR and is under team control for 4 more seasons.
So altogether, that's 37.5 WAR for the Twins over the last 20 seasons, and they still have Duran for 4 more seasons.
And that, coupled with how disastrous AJ Pierzynski was in San Francisco, makes this such a huge win for them and a huge loss for the San Francisco Giants, a rare loss. Anyway, if you made it this far, like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if there's other trades you want to see me cover. Up next, we're going to flash back to the 90s, and we're going to cover the Kenny Lofton trade between Cleveland and Atlanta.